Hello world, this is ComputerHeat, and got a live cast right now. This is a game that's going on, as we speak, between Feel Memory Acceptance, also known as Quentin, also known as, what was his old name? Peace, Love, Glory, Love, Glory, Peace, that was it. And Easy, who, as far as I know, is just known as Easy. And yeah, he was on this cast the other day, we've had him on another time before, featured a couple of his games, and whoa! Quentin had started to build Tier 1, and I don't know if he's canceling that or if he's just going to build it a little bit further along up to the front, but yeah. Quentin, as much as I like his other names, I'm just going to refer to him as Quentin, because that's easier than saying, and getting myself confused while trying to say all of his other names, although, yeah. Love, Glory, Peace was pretty awesome, and Feel Memory Acceptance is not quite as cool, but I actually interviewed him once, and he gave the story behind his names, and that was a trip. So yeah, talking to him is always an interesting experience. He's a really good player, and as followers of this channel will know, Easy is also a good player. So this is just an auto match game. This isn't from any kind of tournament or anything like that. Just found it using OBS, the OBS mode, and as a result, we're not going to be able to see any of the chat between the players, which is kind of a bummer. It's something we'll live with, and so Easy is rushing off his Kubel wagon. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing with it. He's got it turned around now, heading back towards where the fighting is actually happening. So he's probably just doing a bit of scouting with that. And Quentin, we have going kind of a unusual build order. He's going 3 conscripts and then 2 combat engineers. That's interesting. The Kubel wagon looks like it was maybe on attack move, and it discovered these conscripts up at the top and started fighting them. Quentin's not really capturing very much territory. He's got his he's got a couple of territory points, but no, he hasn't even captured the munitions point next to his base yet. His new squad of combat engineers is about to go do that, but I don't know. I guess he's deciding to plant his flag right in the center of the map, and that's not a bad idea. It's good to it's really good idea to get a hold on your munitions points. They're so easy to cut off on this map. The cutoff point here, if you take the right munitions or bottom munitions, and the territory sector where I'm floating my cursor. If you've got the left. Let me take the top or the left side. Yes, I'm yawning. It's not because the game's boring. It's because I need to have some more coffee. Stern Pioneers get chased off at almost no cost to Quentin, so not the most effective use of them by Easy. Quentin is really camping up the houses on this map, so I'm usually if someone's doing that, it's because they have it in mind that they want to get out some kind of tech, and Quentin is unharassed, taking over the top of the map. And he's starting to move out. He may be worried about some kind of base pin going in and just wants to make sure that he's got a hold on this building. This one as well can you can end up with a nasty base pin if your opponent takes this. And yeah, it's become rather quiet after that first engagement. Easy's getting himself his battle group headquarters, and he's just going to be spending a bit of time reinforcing his Stern Pioneers, yawning, and fixing up his Kubel wagon whenever he gets around to that. He needs to do it soon. That could go down to a single AT grenade. And Quentin is just slowly building hopping up through the map. So getting into this building. This squad has seen almost every building in the center of the map, and now he sees the Kubel wagon. So getting up in there gives him the extended line of sight. This Kubel wagon really needs to go. Not sure why he didn't just drive it straight back to his base. There he goes. Flamers on Quentin's combat engineers will make an interesting fight. It's too bad his combat engineers aren't in cover. These Volksgrenadiers have got pretty high health, so they're not going to suffer from too many flame crits. And they may be able to chase off Quentin's Quentin's combat engineers. There we go, down to one man. He immediately retreats them. So it's a real staring the enemy down. Now this is a real issue. This looks really silly, just the two players sitting next to each other. Let's turn on the fog of war. Quentin can see the combat, the Stern Pioneers, but there's not really a good way for Easy to get the Soviet player out of the buildings. Does Quentin have AT grenades? No, doesn't look like it. Just finished building tier 2, and he's getting Molotovs right now, so he wants to control the buildings. And Easy recognizes that he's just trying to stall him out by hiding in buildings, and his solution to that is going to be to get an IG. You can see that he's also playing very statically. Quentin is probably going to go in to try to take this point, which will cut. Okay, maybe not. If he had taken this point, it would cut off Easy from the munitions at the top, and you can see that Easy is deciding, okay, I just need to get the right tools to push my opponent out of the map, and in this case, it's going to be the IG. Where is it? Very slowly coming onto the map. Yep. So the IG, good unit, especially once it starts getting vet on it, and I mean, it's got a long range, and Samoski is pretty big for a 1v1 map, but he ought to have good reach with that. This Kubelwagen is just out of range. Alright, now he's going to be able to catch Quentin's conscripts. Oh, they make a move to jump over the fence, but then don't. I guess they're going to hop into this house over here? This house doesn't actually have a... okay, so good, he's not doing that, because this house doesn't have a window on that side. And has he gotten AT grenades yet? He's got healing, and he's got Molotovs, but no AT grenades. And very early Panzerschreck from Easy. You know, I said this before, I don't think getting the Panzerschreck too early is a good idea. You kind of want to wait until you've... you don't need to wait until you've seen a vehicle, but he hasn't seen tier 1. His opponent's actually gone tier 2, so the Panzerschreck is going to be completely useless. There's going to be absolutely nothing for him to shoot at with it. And it's just going to make his Volksgrenadiers less capable of fighting the infantry, whereas the IG, you can hear it firing. And yeah, one thing he needs is the sweeper, actually, because Quentin has been laying down some mines here and there. I can hear the shot coming in. Hits the church without really visibly causing much damage to it. And I don't know if he's just barraging that building, trying to destroy it. Looks like it was a barrage that he used. He actually has it on hold fire. I don't know that that's such a great idea. If you keep it on free fire, you're much more likely to get the kills. Oh, now it's gotten a bit too far advanced. You could actually just leave it on this side of the river. And early Schweropanzer headquarters. Wonder what Easy's planning to do with that. I mean, if he had more fuel, he could get himself a Luke's, but even that's not necessarily going to help him too much. Quentin's just slowly capping up the map and putting down mines. Where are his other combat engineers? They're up here at the top. And Easy is now in danger of losing his cutoff to Quentin. Looks like a demo charge going down on the backside of this building, so that's going to be pretty much impossible to see, even if oh! Even if Easy had a even if Easy had minesweepers, I don't think he'd be able to see that. Not that it matters. The IG does the job and clears that out right away. So Spec Ops from Easy, that's a good that's a pretty good choice, since his opponent, not that he can know, his opponent's just gotten himself some shock troops, but the Oversoldat that Easy's getting right now, he'll be able to put the IR STGs on them, and that will make them just even more deadly up close. Oh! Big IG hit, and those conscripts are forced to retreat. So Quentin has had complete control of the VPs up until he hasn't lost a single one. and Easy is going to need to hold on to those and try to just last into the late game. So Quentin went for the shock motor heavy tactics, which will give him the ISU 152 should the game go that long. And he's building himself tier 3 right now, so he's not going to plan on just purely fighting with infantry until he can afford the heavy column tank, and he's actually double building it now, so he really wants that up as fast as he can get it. By the time it's done, he's going to have enough fuel to be able to get himself whatever he wants out of there. He's got plenty of manpower as well, despite also getting a squad of shock troops. There just hasn't been a whole lot for... Okay, this is nice. He's just got himself some minesweepers. There's two bits of mines directly to the north of him, and the IRSTG blah 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 blah, the upgraded Obersoldaten, have joined in the fight, and they tear up shock troops, provided they don't get a grenade on top of their head. Now with the Kubelwagen able to suppress as well, this is a potentially really good spot for Easy. Now he sees one set of mines. We'll see if he goes over to defuse them. And there's another one also nearby. Looks like he didn't notice that he detected those mines. Hopefully he's not going to get hit by any kind of friendly fire. You see the tremendous range on the IG. It is... where is it? It's right here. There. Yeah, so it's sitting over by the cutoff, and it's able to hit almost over to, well, not quite almost over to this house. Quentin's still camping up this bit of the map as well, and he's moving up into the top. Not really sure what he's going after up there, but he's got his T-34 building, and Easy he's in a decent position to fight it off. He can threaten it with his Volksgrenadiers and with his with his Raketenwerfer. But it looks like he's maybe going to try to stall out and get himself a Panther, which not a bad choice. Great against all of the tier 3 vehicles that Quentin's going to be able to field, and this conscript's going to need to stop at its stalling and start running back. Storm Pioneers discover the sand brown T-34-76, and how brave is Quentin going to decide that he will be with that? He still has not upgraded AT grenades, which I think is a good choice. He's got enough fuel that he can do it whenever he wants, but as it is, he can just save up his fuel and use it on something a little more urgent. No mines down from Easy, so he's not going to be able to snare this T-34, and it skirts away after getting a shot at the tailpipe from Easy's Volksgrenadiers. Still a bit off for Easy from being able to get another set of Panzerschrecks. Over on the left, this would be a good time for Quentin to upgrade AT grenades. Yeah, man, these STG Obersoldaten are doing great work so far. The only thing he needs to worry about is getting a unlucky mortar hit or running into a mine, maybe getting blasted by the T-34-76. Oh, that was bad. It looked like the Volksgrenadiers were targeting the shock troops instead of trying to shoot at the T-34, so they ended up wasting their Panzerschreck. Second squad of Obersoldaten out, and with the a new set of Panzerschrecks, that's going to make life just that much harder for the T-34-76. IG, it's still on hold fire. It's still on hold fire. Okay. These minesweepers need to get back up into the middle. Quentin has just been laying more and more, and Easy can't afford to lose too much manpower to the mines, particularly if it ends up weakening his squad so much that they go down to a mortar or a shock troop burst, or the T-34. STG wielding badass Obersoldaten are piking around up at the top. Oh my god, so many mines from Quentin. I mean, this is pretty awesome, but ooh! Was that a cancellation on the assault grenades? Kind of looked like it. Looks like they threw just a normal grenade after that, and they had to get out of combat in order to be able to use the infiltration grenades again. Infiltration grenades are also another great way to get squads out of buildings. They only cost 10 munitions, so you can just spam those things. Is it just my imagination, or is the range on the is the range on the minesweepers? Oh, that was really bad. Yeah, the range on the minesweepers seems to just be terrible, and I really hope that Easy goes and gets himself another squad of Stern Pioneers, because there are mines everywhere. He's eventually going to need... Yep, and we can see just how effective those grenades are. Infiltration grenades, that is. Easy's floating a lot of fuel, a lot of manpower, and he just lost... Oh my god. He lost the upgraded Obersoldat into a mine. So, big payoff there for Quentin. And yeah, we can see a new squad of Obersoldaten in production. and some new Stern Pioneers. So yeah, I need to be a little more active in trying to discover the mines, because he's been getting so close to them but not finding them. There's another set of mines here. I believe there's probably some more down. Yeah, there's one near the bridge. None on this road, which is usually a good spot to catch flanking squads. This is also a good area to put them, and just pretty much anywhere that you can think of on Simoski is a good place to put mines. T-34 takes a non-insignificant amount of damage from the IG, and the flamer piles are coming in for some kind of flank. I think they should be able to defeat these Volksgrenadiers, but we'll see if the standing in a puddle of water helps the Volksgrenadiers survive against the flamethrower burst. Meanwhile, up the top, a lot more infantry are flooding into the middle. And Easy retreats his Volksgrenadiers. So they're going to be out of the fight for a little while, and that's going to give the G-34 a little bit more room to work. Uh-oh, Raketenwerfer and IG are way out of position. Stern Pioneer's not yet upgrading with their minesweepers. I hope he's not trying to get the upgrade for the Obersoldat first. He really needs to get that minesweeper out and just run around and detect as many mines as he can. Where's the shot coming down? Quite the hang time when it fires directly up in the air. And Easy really needs to start getting some VPs under his control. This is an issue. He's still triple capped, and he's down to 200, while Quentin's got almost the full 5 for himself. He does manage to chase off those conscripts, so he ought to be okay there. And now it's just conscripts versus Obersoldaten, and Obersoldaten win that every single time. Double Obersoldaten, and you see the Quentin is floating just crazy manpower. He really hasn't lost too much to his opponent's army, and we just see, oh, how much damage those STG Obersoldaten do. He's gonna really need to hold on to them, though. It's losing them now would be a really big loss. Come on, upgrade the support package. I mean, obviously what he's waiting for is the he's obviously waiting to get himself an ISU 152, but I feel like he could diversify his army a little more in the meantime, because he's still quite a ways off. He's almost 4 full CPs from being able to get the ISU, so he's decided to get himself a Zis gun, which, you know, about time, to be honest. Lots of mines, and mines are good for slowing down the vehicles, but if the sweepers do their job, they're gonna detect those, and then you could end up having just a big tank rolling up in your base. I'm just desperately trying to think of something to say. IR Obersoldaten may kill this conscript squad in retreat. Doesn't look like it. Pretty nice vehicle micro here from Quentin, keeping his T-34 out of the... Ooh! Keeping his T-34 out of the way of the anti-tank weapons. Oh! Those Obersoldaten need to retreat. The flamethrower is doing a ton of damage to him. Nice to see some infiltration grenades here, but I don't think these, those are really available to him right now. And he needs to consider pulling back. There's so many explosives just littering the map. Quentin lost one of his combat engineers back in this gap by the hedgerow. And he may lose another one right here if he's not careful. Looks like he's going to make it out of there as the building overlooking the cutoff explodes in spectacular fashion. And we see that Quentin has been canceling his mines pretty quickly after... You gonna see it? How good is Quentin's timing? It's pretty good, apparently. Squad drops the Shrek, so that'll be available for Easy to pick up. And it looks like Easy's maybe holding out to get himself a command tank. He can get himself a regular Panther whenever he feels like it. So let's just tick over to his base. Yeah. Command Panther's a good unit, but I mean, at the moment he could get himself a regular Panther, and he can get himself a Luke's. That's it. The Command Panther's got some pretty awesome abilities, and it's got crazy range, so why not? This squad, unless they start crawling away now, we're going to get pinned momentarily. Big horde of infantry coming out. This is where the Luke's just sort of hanging out in the background could be useful. Although Easy's got strong infantry, he's sort of lacking a bit in the blob control. And these shock troops are going to be able to zigzag around. Honestly, it's a miracle that more of these mines haven't been hit yet. So how far off are we from the Command Panther? I guess Easy just needs the another quarter CP, and then he'll be able to get it. Sweepers still haven't upgraded with have not upgraded with the Minesweeper, so I guess it's inappropriate to call them sweepers. And IRG, just look how quickly the health drops in these guys. Holy shit, that's gonna be expensive to reinforce. Those guys just take all day to get healed back up. IG, I feel once again like leaving this on hold fire has been kind of a mistake. It could be contributing a lot more to the fight. And wow, I'm surprised that didn't get any kills. While the Panzer Shrek does. And the Command Panther has arrived on the field. 23 minutes, not too bad. So the Command Panther's not a unit I see particularly much, but it has some pretty awesome abilities. The where is it? Yeah, coordinated fire is kind of like my understanding is coordinated fire is like mark target, or the concentrated fire ability Quentin could actually use. Yep, I think he's using attack ground through the hedge right there, but I'm not totally sure. Command Panther could probably finish off the T-34 if he pulls in a little bit closer, and it looks like the T-34 is just going to escape. I don't see any Panzer Shreks on any of Quentin's squads, so I'm going to assume that means that that got picked up again by... Oh! Time to start moving forward. Oh, that was a nasty hit. These Obersoldaten really need to get out of the way of this barrage. They're just taking a lot of damage right now, and they're not... I mean, they're better against units that are in cover when they've got the IR STGs, but they still need to do more to finish off these, to chase these conscripts out of here. Looks like they're going to get back to base without accruing any more losses. Sandbags are down just in time for the Vet 2 Obersoldaten to come up, and Easy back away this Command Panther. This gun puts in a nice nasty hit on there. And this would be a nice opportunity for the STG dudes to move up. And, Easy hits a mine. Why hasn't he gotten sweepers again yet? There's so many mines everywhere. I mean, he's gotten blown up by demo charges, and he must have hit at least 3 mines by now. He's just kind of surrounded by mines at the moment. Quentin is about to get himself another T-34-76, and then he will... There goes another mine. Leaving him very vulnerable to the... Where's the Zisgun? Zisgun could move up, and the IS-2 could try to do that as well. Oh, another mine gets tripped. And is that a destroyed engine? Just regular engine damage, so he can pull that away. There we go. Now the ISU-152 has arrived, and it's gonna make life a lot harder for Easy. It looks like Easy is attempting to save up for just a regular Panther. This could be a nasty surprise with this ISU, which is on anti-tank duty at the moment. But if he switches to the anti-infantry rounds, then he could really mess up the Easy, the way that he's moving around his units, kind of in a cluster. So I'm just rubbing my hands together. Please, God, Easy, change this. Change the way you're using the your infantry. ISU-152 about ready to start firing. First shot is a bit fail, and now he's got the high explosive rounds loaded. Focused sight being used. Oh, nasty mortar hit. Kills, I think, 3 Volksgrenadiers, and they have to hike on back to base. Wow, the IG has actually been doing a surprisingly good job just on mine clearing duty. That mine got tripped by the IG, as well as this mine up here. And Easy is repairing up his Command Panther. And let's see, I think he just needs another 40 fuel to get himself a new vanilla Panther. Correct? Yeah. Another 40 fuel, but that said, that's going to be at least 2 minutes until he can get that. And he needs to get another VP under his control soon. He's got enough to last for a little while. I'm really amazed to see this Kuba wagon still alive throughout this game. He hasn't been using it particularly actively. I mean, right now it's not even really sort of failing to suppress those squads. I think at this point most of the mines from Quentin have been tripped, and Quentin looks like he's about to set up some kind of flank, possibly attempt to do that. Another mine sitting on the road. I don't see any others around. Double oversold and going up toward the top. Kinda be an expensive mine if he runs on top of that. Oh God, don't do it! Why don't you have sweepers? Oh, because he does have sweepers, they just haven't been over there. Oh. Lucky for Quentin, or unlucky for Quentin, lucky for Easy, the ISU smacks into the this truck carcass over here, and right now Easy is actually out of line of sight of the ISU, so that's some really good positioning. Lots and lots of tanks around this squad of Oversoldaten retreats after taking a nasty hit from the ISU-152. And will we see... Woo! Run away. Will we see the Command Panther come up and use the target, whatever the hell it's called, ability. Mark target. Nice positioning from Easy, is protecting his units from the ISU, but now the ISU is starting to move and rotate a little bit. This could be a dangerous spot for his Oversoldaten. Here comes the ISU, reduces them to 1 man, they need to retreat immediately. And off they go back to base. So Easy is nearly able to afford himself a new Panther, and he's got enough fuel. Does he have the manpower to do it? I believe he does. And here it comes in production. So now he just needs to hold on to a bit of territory. And if he can lower the middle VP, that's going to be a tall order to do that. But if he can do that, he's going to be in great shape. Right now Quentin just needs to hold in position. He could even try to push in now and take out the Command Panther with his, he does have, still has two T-34s plus this ISU, which is right now using the anti-tank rounds. Back in Easy's base, bit of healing, bit of reinforcing going on. And Easy is a little naked in the middle. He's got his IG and now his infantry is coming up to support. But this Rakettenwerfer is a bit outclassed. You know, as soon as the ISU figures out where it is, it can just it can blast it quite easily. Are these the hollow charge rounds from the IG? I think those are just normal rounds. But you could start using the hollow charge rounds around here. I don't think I've ever seen that used before. And Easy looks like he may be setting up for a flank. There's a mine right here, so hopefully if he tries to do that, he'll move in. Oh, STG! Upgraded Oversoldat and go down to a nasty hit. And now the infantry is moving up. Command Panther smacks into the mine. Yeah, no surprise there. Mark target is used on the ISU 152, and the second Panther is coming up into the map. Where is it? It looks like it's just crossing the bridge right now. Big hit onto one squad of, couple of big hits going in back. Now the Panther has arrived, and it looks like the effects of the ISU's actually in danger of going down, and does go down. Can Easy... Whoa, what the hell is this AT gun shooting at? Really nasty losses from for Easy. He could lose his, he can and probably will lose his Panther. Down it goes, abandoned. Huge bundle grenade goes off in the middle, and the STG wielding dudes need to chase off all of this infantry. Easy was actually trying to repair his Panther, and now with no infantry to stop this Command Panther, it could finish off the T-34, which is using RAM. Gets a damage engine on the Command Panther, but explodes itself, and it's going to be up to these Oversoldaten to clear out this. Whoa! Infiltration grenades going in on the mortar. Looks like they are going to be able to kill the Zis, and that was a pretty ballsy but desperate move there by Quentin to use the RAM. Command Panther needs to keep pulling back, and actually if Easy can put anything, it might even be worth putting his Oversoldat in here and run away with it. There's no anti-tank whatsoever for, yes he does, he puts his squad in, sacrificing his squad of Oversoldaten to take back the Panther. But actually, could this be a fatal mistake? There's not a whole lot to stop these shock troops from taking back the middle VP, and the anti-tank, the anti-infantry abilities from Easy are really limited. Maybe he'll now save up and get himself a. Actually, he doesn't need to save up. Maybe he'll just get himself a Luke's right now. That'd be a nice complement to his army. He's getting himself more Oversoldaten though. Not sure that's really the best choice. Infiltration grenades, just a ton of them flying in, and you can see that Quentin is pretty desperate. He really doesn't need to be desperate, and if he's not careful, he could lose his infantry unnecessarily. Oh man. Command Panther destroyed, I guess, by the AT gun. I mean, honestly, that's a real shame. Easy needed that unit to bring him back, or yeah, to keep him back in this game, and we'll see if Easy, he might salvage this and the other before repairing his Panther back up to full health. Meanwhile, back in Quentin's base, the fresh squad of combat engineers, they just got called onto the map. He lost all of his in previous engagements. But it is going to get fixed up by, yeah, they'll be fixing up this T-34-76. And Quentin is calling in fresh squads of conscripts to try to retake the map. So where's Easy actually still has his Kubel wagon alive, and he's kept it the whole game pretty much up, covering this top VP, which you know, it's been working for him. He's managed to keep a pretty tight hold on that. And oh, this could be some nasty shots from the IG. I'm not sure if he is just guessing that that's where all these squads are coming from. Looks like it is actually auto firing. And the Obersoldaten with the IR doohickeys are coming up, and Quentin is starting to try to steal some of these team weapons, get them into his control. Conscripts are chased out of the chased out of the middle VP before they can raise it, and conscripts just getting blasted to pieces over here. Wave of infantry coming in. We could see a lot of grenades going in. IG managed to snipe 2 guys on retreat. Big grenade. Actually, not a big grenade. Small grenade. Lands on top of the... Oh my god! That was sick! About half of the infantry from... About half of the infantry from Easy goes down to a single shot and a collapsing church from, oh no, oh boy, from the new ISU 152. Now the crew is shocked on Easy's Panther. It needs to back away. It puts in a departing kiss goodbye onto Quentin's ISU, but that thing's backed up by the Zis, and man, this ISU is going to be causing a world of trouble for Easy. Run away, you Obersoldaten! Off they go back to base, and wow, that was a nasty, nasty move, and both Easy and I should have seen it coming. I'm sure Quentin was cackling with glee as he did that. Looks like a barrage is coming in somewhere. He's probably expecting Quentin is rallying his troops back up through the middle of the map. But they're just now beginning to move out of their base. And the ISU, together with the T-34-76. The T-34-76 is actually using capture mode to take the middle VP. There's something you don't see every day. More Stern Pioneers are building from Easy. He lost him in that last engagement to that big blow from the ISU, and that means that the only piece of anti-tank that Easy has in his army, which is this remaining Panther, is sitting with 1/3 of its health, pretty much useless. And I mean, obviously that big hit from the ISU was a game changer, but another thing that Easy, I think a mistake that he made was to leave his command Panther in this fight for so long with such little health. It actually went down to just a single shot from the actually not the rocket, from the AT gun. Ooh, Quentin locking up the middle of the map. I mean, that was a pretty great sequence that ended up killing about half of Quentin's army and most of his valuable units. But I think Easy getting a little greedy and clumping up his units carelessly is now allowed, has allowed Quentin to come back and claim the win for himself. Oh, that's not a thing you want to see. Shock troops with the bazooka or Panzerschreck. Excuse me. Although honestly, I'd prefer it on conscript squad because then they can damage the engines as well. Shock troops are a little bit better at standing up to the anti-infantry fire. And how many kills did that thing get? Only 7. It felt like it was a lot more than that. Man, that was a pretty cool match right there. That slow early game, but then just a hectic, crazy middle and late game. So good, good play from both players, but I feel like, man, couple of things that Easy could have done better would be just being a little more active about sweeping for mines. Does the Stern Pioneer sweepers must just have a tiny, almost insignificant range, because they were quite close to some of the mines that that Quentin put down, but he was not able to not able to detect them. I guess Easy must have just been a little frustrated at this point. Granted, he didn't have a whole lot of time left, his opponent controlling 2 victory points, so probably calling in another Panther is a bit more than he could hope to do. And yeah, that'll be it for this cast of live games. Sorry no chat. And yep, Computer Heat signing out.